Good morning, Willow Springs. I'm Grant Harlan.
And I'm Elena Klinger.
This is Sarah's fifth period class, and WSMS News starts now.
It's Red Ribbon Week, and today we say peace out to drugs.
Yes, and tomorrow is Blackout Friday.
We tell you the history behind Red Ribbon Week.
And we'll also update you on a fun trip to Costa Rica and how you can sign up for the amazing trip.
All this and more coming up on WSMS News.
This is Willow Springs News. Well, the cold temperatures are gone and it's back to nearly 90 again. Here's the weather crew to tell us on what we can expect over the weekend.
Thanks guys, I'm Mia Bach here to bring you your local weather. Our temperatures are getting lower each week. If you look at the forecast, we should be seeing mostly sunny skies with a small chance of rain today. We see higher chances of precipitation this upcoming week at 40% with scattered storms on Monday. For today, our highs are in the 70s with lows dipping into the high 40s. This weekend, temperatures are going up and down with highs in the 80s and lows going into the mid-60s and low 50s. That's all for local weather. Now over to Kyle Branch with national weather.
Thanks, Mia. I'm Kyle, and I'm here with national weather. Fall typically brings rapidly changing weather conditions, and the next several days will be no exception. More rain is ahead in the south as low pressure develops in the Gulf of Mexico. A cold front will bring more rain and thunderstorms late this weekend into early next week. Critical fire weather conditions may return early next week to Southern California with those Santa Ana winds. Already much of the region is suffering from fires. And finally, a series of systems will bring rain and mountain snow to the Pacific Northwest.
Thanks, Kyle. Pete Delkis, look out. And now for our top story. It's Red Ribbon Week, and many don't exactly know why we celebrate this occasion other than saying no to drugs.
But there's actually a story behind the movement. Here's Mia Bach to explain.
The red ribbon became a symbol in 1985 as a way for parents and kids to raise awareness of the death and destruction caused by drugs in America. It was a direct response to the widespread anger in communities across the country after the murder of DEA agent Enrique Camarena. Gradually, the movement moved to form the National Red Ribbon Celebration in 1988. That's when schools across America began mobilizing their youth to educate them about the dangers of drugs and how to stay away from them. Every year, students in Lovejoy celebrate Red Ribbon Week in a variety of ways, honoring the pledge to stay drug-free. The theme this year is Send a Message, Stay Drug-Free. Tuesday we dress as cowboys, Wednesday we dressed in safari, today we say peace out to the drugs, and tomorrow we wear black to black out the drugs for our pep rally. Mia Bach, WSMS News.
Thanks, Mia. Great information. It's homecoming this weekend and for Lovejoy, and our football teams are hoping to keep their winning streaks.
And our volleyball teams are doing great as well. Here's our sports crew to fill us in.
Last night, our 7th and 8th grade football teams went up against Allen Curtis. 8th grade was away, and 7th grade was home.
We continue to fight. Fourth quarter in a minute. We get a guy in the end zone. We get a
So since y'all won tonight, what was going through your mind when you were down a touchdown and you had to come back and win the game in the last few seconds?
Well, we knew we had to get our blocks and we executed on them, and we knew we had to run the ball good, not fumble, and hurry up offense, and spike the ball and get the blocks like I said. So that's what was going through my head.
Who do you think was the most valuable player tonight?
Hayden with that last second pick.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Caroline Topchick here with Ben Adams. Ben, you had a really good game today. What was one of your favorite moments?
When we got that last second touchdown to win the game.
Oh, Hayden, how do you guys think you played today?
It's Caden, and I think we did good, except, we have to do better on our outside coverage on defense, because that's how they got basically all their touchdowns, is number 10 going around the outside.
I'm Mia Ray with Corey Dismukes. What was your favorite moment of this game tonight?
Definitely when Ben Adams scored that last second touchdown to give us the lead. That was definitely one of my favorite moments.
Thank you.
Nice run by Aaron McGee. On the run, touchdown, Leopards. Turn Leopard into something there, folks. R.J. McIntosh on a 10-yard scramble for a Leopards touchdown.
I'm Chloe Smith here with RJ. And RJ, how many touchdowns did you have tonight?
3.
What was going through your mind when you were about to win?
Just really excited, and this is probably one of the biggest games because we're at the high school.
What was your favorite moment tonight?
Probably the pick 6.
This is Brayden Gibson, and do you think you guys played a good game tonight?
Yeah, the offensive line went off. We got so many pancakes. Yeah, you're welcome, RJ and Owen. So, yeah, we played well all around and playing good like a team.
What do you think about the 2 games that went on?
Absolute dogfight. Guys played as hard as they possibly could. It's 13-1 across all games. So, guys are fighting. They're playing good. That's all it is.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3,
Volleyball had a game this past Thursday. 8th grade was away and 7th was home. Sadly, 8th grade B and C took a devastating loss against Allen Curtis, yet A team was able to pull out a win. All 7th grade teams have won up against Curtis, making it their second time to have all won today. Today, volleyball will go up against Wiley Cooper. 8th grade will be at Lovejoy High School and 7th grade will be away. Good luck, girls. Our high school football team went up against Reed this past week and was able to pull out a massive win, winning 20-19, which was a huge step up from last year, with a defeating loss of 51-0. Our Lovejoy homecoming game is tomorrow night at Lovejoy High School against Princeton. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, Megan. Welcome back to National Sports. I'm Ben Muirhead.
And I'm Skylar Rucker.
Last Saturday, one of the biggest rivalries in college sports went down between Texas and OU. OU beat Texas with a score of 34-27. OU quarterback Jalen Hurts threw for 235 yards and 3 touchdowns, 3 of them being to CeeDee Lamb. And for Texas, quarterback Sam Ehlinger threw for 210 yards.
Also, last Sunday, the Cowboys played the New York Jets. Sadly, they lost with a score of 24-22. Dak Prescott had a total of 277 passing yards, and Zeke ran for a total of 105 yards with 28 carries.
Thanks, guys. A dozen Democrats crammed into the stage in Ohio earlier this week. It is the biggest field of presidential candidates to ever partake in a single debate.
2 are from Texas. For more on the story and other headlines, here's Claudia Nolan.
The Ohio debate stage was packed with 12 Democrat candidates, 2 of which were Texans. This was the most crowded primary debate stage in history. Both Beto O'Rourke and Julian Castro were at the bottom of the polls and must hit 3% in 4 early state or national polls to qualify for the next debate that's going in addition to getting 165,000 donors. So far, 8 candidates have qualified for the next debate.
Clyde Warren Park on Tuesday unveiled its plans for at least a $100 million expansion dubbed Clyde Warren 2.0. That will add another 1.5 acres west toward Field Street and build a pavilion for indoor events. Construction is expected to start in winter 2021 and last 3 years. 7 years ago, Clyde Warren was only a freeway.
Mark Cuban recently handed out his phone number to the public. He wants you to text him. His number is 214-614-6002. Don't call him though, there's a twist. When you text his number, your phone receives a link to join a service called Community. Fans might not hear back from Cuban, but they do still have a chance to snagging some leftover Mavs tickets.
Google launched the Pixel 4, its next-generation smartphone, in New York City on Tuesday. Google leaked photos, videos, and details about the phone that one publication called it the most leaked phone ever. The company had worked overtime to generate excitement for its Pixel line. The Pixel took a lot of work due to relatively high pricing, limited distribution, and traded in its one rear camera for 2. That's it for headline news. Back to you guys.
When we come back, we talk more on Red Ribbon Week and what's happening around our school.
The school spelling bee is coming up. The before-school trial is on October 21st at 8:05 a.m. in room 600. The after-school trial is on the same day at 4:10 p.m. in room 607. The doors will close in the morning at 8:06 and in the afternoon at 4:11, so don't be late. The spelling bee will be on November 14th from 9:30 to 11. Hope to see you there.
Vaping has sent nearly 1,000 young people to the hospital with a rare lung disease and 18 have died. Vaping companies have claimed that vaping is safer than smoking, although it has not been backed up by science. Juul pods contain nicotine, which is derived from tobacco plants and is highly addictive. Third-party Juul pods have even been found to contain vitamin E, which if inhaled can kill you. And according to the American Heart Association, vaping nor smoking is safe.
Welcome to entertainment. We have lots of events coming up in the next few weeks, including a choir concert, which is October 21st, and a band all-region concert, which is October 24th.
Tomorrow is the Red Ribbon Pep Rally to say no to the drugs. Brianna, have you enjoyed Red Ribbon Week?
Yes, Cowboy Day was my favorite day. We also have a blackout football game tomorrow at the Lovejoy High School. Make sure you are there and wear black.
Annie Jr. is November 14th through 16th. Here's Catherine Smith with more details.
It's a story about little orphan Annie. It's a story about hope and love and friendship, and Annie's on the search for her true parents.
First-year theater teacher Miss Knowles has brought an old classic back to the stage.
Well, we spend a lot of time just organizing first and making sure that we've got calendars set up, and then we go through the rehearsal or the audition process, and then we start doing the rehearsals. But it's very detail-oriented. You've just got to make sure that there's very specific preparations. I actually haven't done this show before. It's been on my radar. It's just a sweet show. I know we have very talented singers and a lot of talented students at this school. And I just thought it was going to be a sweet show. It hadn't been done before here at Willow Springs.
Annie Jr. is only the first production of the year, but already things in the theater department are looking very bright.
Main characters, we've got Annie, who is obviously the show is named after, and then we've got Mr. Warbucks and Grace, and then there's the evil Miss Hannigan and her brother Rooster. Those are the main characters of the show. Performances are going to be November 14th, 15th, and 16th at 7 p.m., and it's going to be at the Lovejoy High Auditorium.
Annie Jr. is a very lighthearted musical, but it also brings life lessons to the audience that will stick with them.
To know that, as anybody has a bad day, and we all kind of have those hard times, but with this story, there's always hope tomorrow, and there's always to find the positive in things.
For WSMS News, I'm Catherine Smith, reporting.
Thanks, Catherine. Next club day is October 25th, and our first career day is November 6th.
And Texas' biggest football celebration coming up this week. Here's more details.
Fall in Texas means football, and football season includes homecoming. And if you're new to Texas, everything is big here, including our homecoming mums. In fact, the tradition of buying girls a homecoming mum started in Texas and has been our only Texas tradition until just a few years ago. The NCAA recognizes the University of Missouri as the official birthplace of homecoming. The Mizzou athletic director wanted to encourage more alumni to attend the games, so he had a huge celebration in 1911 with parades and rallies.
The tradition grew in the 1970s and became bigger and more elaborate. Soon the chrysanthemum was dropped and replaced with a large silk flower. You can add ribbons, stuffed animals for your school mascot, and even LED lights. Even the girls can buy the guys a smaller garter for their upper arm.
So where do you get mums? You can get the supplies yourself at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or even Kroger. But there's even a place that makes lots of money and makes them for you. They cost as little as $65 and cost as much as $300. Many moms and daughters make them together. The Majestics drill team and their moms have been making and selling mums this week. So if you're new to Texas, now you know why we wear mums for homecoming.
For WSMS News, McKenna Adamson reporting.
Hey Willow Springs! The PTA Reflections Contest for 2019 is underway. This is an annual competition promoting student creativity and expression. Do you like dance choreography, film production, literature, music composition, photography, or the visual arts? Then the PTA Reflections is for you. This year's theme is Look Within. Go to txpta.org for rules and the entry form. The deadline to enter is October 28th. Good luck!
Many students have probably been informed of this summer's field trip to Costa Rica. This trip occurs from June 6th to June 12th. Some students here at Willow Springs went to the trip this past summer, including Nick Perez, who's an 8th grade science teacher's Mrs. Perez's son.
In Costa Rica, we explored the rainforest, we stayed at a volcano, we did a lot of zip lining, and we did whitewater rafting. It's a great experience. You get to be immersed in the culture, especially if you're taking Spanish.
Nick says he had a lot of fun on this trip. Mrs. Perez is the school sponsor for this trip.
Well, this year we are offering a trip to Costa Rica. It is a World Strides trip, and you sign up by getting a flyer. Many of you have had this flyer in your science class. Get a flyer, come talk to me. On here, there is a deadline that's passed, but don't worry about that because we can still sign up for that. Our trip ID number is 181112, and you follow the information on the flyers. You go to worldstrides.com, sign up, and you can call a number if you don't want to just do it directly online and you want to talk to somebody.
Mrs. Perez and all the students we talked to all strongly recommended this trip. They all mentioned how beautiful this trip was.
It was a really fun opportunity there. The weather was perfect. But if you're really confused or if you wanted to do it, I strongly encourage people to do it. It was a really fun trip.
Go sign up if you want the experience of a lifetime. For WSMS News, I'm Grant Harlan.
Welcome to social media. Instagram has launched many new things and removed some things from their app. They have added group stories, a messaging app called Threads, in-app shopping, iOS 13 dark mode, and they have removed the following tab.
Instagram isn't the only platform that added things. Google announced security options and data control to help users maintain their digital presence. They added YouTube history auto-delete, incognito mode, and a password checkup tool.
Those features are great. I love them. TikTok has officially reached 1 billion users, which is 1/7 of the world's population. Abby, are you part of that 1 billion?
You know it.
And now for Advisory Check.
On Tuesday, we learned about leadership and peer pressure and how your choices can affect you. On Wednesday, we had dear time, then homework for the rest of the time. On Thursday, we had announcements and teacher check grades, and then we did homework. And on Friday, we have our Say No to Drugs pep rally.
That's it for social media. Back to you guys.
That's all for entertainment. And now here's Jonathan with National Entertainment.
This Sunday and Monday, Fortnite put a black hole into their game, making players unable to play. Fortnite ominously tweeting, "This is the end." October is Bullying Awareness Month, so be nice to all of your friends. That's all for entertainment. Back to you guys.
Don't forget, we register for Career Day next Tuesday, the 22nd. And then on Thursday, 8th graders take the PSAT.
That's it for our announcements. Have a good day. And remember, leopards roar as one. Roar.
Thanks, Carter. Here to take a look at your
Here's a look. Okay, ready? Let me start over.
Thanks, Carter. Here to take a look at your natural weather.
Natural.
I said natural.
Natural weather.
Thanks, Carter. Here to take a look at your natural weather. Why am I saying natural weather?
Here's a look at your national. Here's a look at your national forecast.
Thanks, Carter. Here to take a look at your national. What?
Here's a look.
Here's a look.
Here's a look. Okay, try it again.
Thanks, Carter. Here's a take a look. Wait, why am I saying?
Here's a take a look.
Here's a take a look.
Here's a look at your national forecast.
Here's a look. The east half of the east half. The east half. Okay. The east half of the east half. The east half of the national. The east half of the national. No, I like. Thanks, Carter. 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 The east half of the national. No.